nice backdoor cut. Oh, Walter, what a beat.
Set to tip it off here, FAVC style. David Terry along with Mike Crotty. We just heard from bouncing Dwayne Reed. We got to come up with a new name with him. Amelia wins the opening tip, Mike, and to get things started, as that ball's knocked away by Moore, last two times these teams met, or excuse me, the last time, a bit of a different low-tempo game came out in favor of the Barons of Amelia by a 3-point outcome.
Right. They want to keep it low scoring as possible. They put a zone against Mason. Mason can connect from the outside, so I'll be interested to see if Amelia goes back with a man-to-man or stays with a zone that was so successful the first time.
Richburg with the basketball after the Amelia turnover.
Zone. You got the zoner out the bat.
Well, swinging around out top. Crowdy has it, and he'll give it up over to Richburg, back out top.
And this, what Amelia wants to do is watch Carl Richburg from the outside and Billy Harmon can shoot from the outside range.
Richburg will pull up, jumper off the iron, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Going to remain Comets basketballs that went off the Barons, and that being Jovan McClure. Richburg will do the inboundings for the Comets.
It's one of these games people watch the size of the teams and everything is really identical.
Nice play on the inbounds there. As knocking down a three-point attempt is Billy Harmon.
Yeah, Mason loves that. Get Billy off and get off the shot quick. He gets confidence the rest of the game when he does that. Set out of bounds play.
Mason, ironically, will come back in a straight man-to-man defense, pull up from the foul line, off the glass, and good for Jovan McClure. 32 is your scores. We're under 6:50 to go here in the first quarter. Richburg will bring it across the timeline. Dribble penetration, has the ball swiped away from him by McClure. Quickly down the floor, off the glass, up and good with the lay-in is Eric McFarland.
I get a little bit more movement. What I mean by movement, not ball movement, is people movement against the zone.
Bounce pass down at his feet, no good. Moore comes down with the loose ball, backs his way in, can't get it. Crotty has the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. Looks like he took one in the eye. Looks like Jovan McClure will pick up his first foul.
There's a replay. Good hands by Matty Owens, goes in a no foul, goes up strong. Aaron Moore battles. And Sean Crotty, an offensive rebound there, got fouled.
Trying to set him up again for an attempt on the inbounds pass. Nothing doing this time by the Barons. Now the Comets are swinging around the perimeter. Crotty with it way out high on the left-hand side. Down in the corner to Moore, and they'll swing it back out top.
I said in this offense, Amelia knows that Sean Crotty's 4 for 10 from the year from three-point range, but Billy Harmon right here is their shooter from three-point, and Carl Richburg and Matty Owens.
Now he can't get that one to fall, Mike, as Winker comes down with a rebound, and he'll pick it up.
Couple long shots, difficult shots, hands in the face so far, so Amelia's getting out what they want right now.
Losing the handle, but picks it back up, tries a crossover dribble over there on Moore, nothing doing.
Wow.
Richburg comes out with a steal. He'll go up and lay it off the glass, and good for Carl Richburg. He's averaging like 3 steals a game. There's one rather quickly here in this first quarter of action, anticipating that pass, Mike.
Good anticipation by Carl, kind of one of those gifts that you like to get as many times as possible. Offensive pick, offensive moving foul on 42, I believe, for Amelia.
That's going to be against Trevor Adams. That'll be his first, team second. So quickly, Amelia picks up 2 fouls within the first 3 minutes of this contest. Richburg with the basketball. He'll give it up into the corner to Harmon.
So they'll stay in it until Mason starts shooting some outside shots. They'll stay in this zone.
Richburg thought about it. He gives up to Crotty. Now back to Richburg. Fires it away. Bingo! Carl Richburg knocks one down. He's got 5 on the night. 8-4 is the score. Mason on top.
Good pass. Carl got his feet set, squared up, and busted the three-pointer. Mason's defensive intensity is up here a little bit tonight. They got beat their last game out by Anderson. They didn't come out with the intensity they're showing here today.
Good inlet pass, turnaround jumper, hits the front of the rim and goes down. Bryson Simpson gets his first points of the night as Richburg gets his pocket picked on the pass. And he comes back and returns a favor by swiping it away backside from Eric McFarland. It will remain Barron's basketball.
All right.
Check out right here. Richford comes back, hustling back on defense after the
Coach Richford, that was a turnover there from the point. Again, it's just against the zone. They had over 20 turnovers the first time they met Amelia against the zone, and Coach Richards wasn't happy with that. He takes Carl Richburg out right now.
Jumper off the front of the iron, no good.
Kevin Fawcett gets in there, shows activity. Didn't grab it, though. But Kevin, last time, I had 11 defensive rebounds. He can jump.
Well, Fawcett is the key guy off the bench for Coach Greg Richards in this Comets ball club. Quality minutes off the bench. He's shooting something like 56% from the floor when he's in the ball game.
And he's very active. He can jump. Got good hops. Good
I wouldn't
range.
know a coach in any ball club that wouldn't like to have this kind of a guy coming off the bench for you. He just does all those little things that don't necessarily always show up in that box score.
And he accepts his role, though, too. Good zone pressure so far.
Step up, Crowley with a high arcing shot, no good. Coming the other way, jump shot, no good. A whistle and a foul underneath.
Called it on.
That's going to be, looks like against Matt Owens. That'll be his first foul, team's first. So we see Justin Burning checking into the ball game to spell Aaron Moore.
A lot of Mason, different lineup out. They went big against the zone, but Harmon right now in that lineup, Harmon and Owens are the shooters, and Fawcett can shoot from about 15 feet too. But
heavy pressure on the basketball. They'll swing it back out top in the hands of Simpson. He'll give it up. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Owens comes down with a rebound for the Comets. Quickly pushes it up. Looking for Harmon. Nothing there. Good inside pass off the glass and good by Kevin Fawcett, who quickly gets his name on the scoreboard.
Great position by Kevin, but more than anything else, a great jump stop by Billy Harmon. Then followed that up with a bounce pass. Good push in the back.
Trying to get it in. Yep, a good call, Mike, as that's going to be whistled against the man you just talked about, Billy Harmon. And that'll be his first foul and the team's second. So they're even in the foul category with 3:08 to go. 10-6 is your score. Mason on top of Amelia. And we've got an official's timeout, and they're coming down to talk to head coach Craig Mazzaro, and I'm not sure what that is.
They're just telling one coach is only allowed to stand up at one time.
Okay. Thank you for that.
During a time, some officials are asked to do it, and other ones don't. There's usually two coaches up all the time. But he just told both benches, so he wants everybody.
Good officiating, keeping it on an even playing field. Big pass, jump step up and through the lane, got it to go. I think that was Matt St. Peter.
No, that was on.
Whistle and that ball go the other way, so it'll remain Mason basketball.
Amelia scored the last.
Oh, I'll check that. I'm sorry. Brian Simpson. I gave that to the wrong young man. Thank you very much.
Good ball movement so far. Again, you want to look in the middle sooner or later. Try to be active in there.
Crowley trying to look in there, turns around, left-hander, and they're going to say push on the floor.
Wow, that was a pass across the lane that usually doesn't get through there. He had something on it. Matty Owens steps the ball above your head. Good pass. Matty got a push from behind there. Kind of a touch foul, to be honest with you, on that one. Didn't see much. So the refs are, trying to set the stage right now, what they're being called.
Well, Adams, Mike, ironically, will pick up his second foul, the team's third. So he'll take a seat on the bench.
And Trevor had a big game the first time against the Comets.
Gets the ball into Harmon out top. They continue to swing it around, trying to look inside. Nothing there.
They're actually running a man-to-man offense, a flex offense against the zone.
That ball is going to be picked off by Simpson, who will pull up from the jumper. Can't get it to go in and out. Fought for.
Burning a nice rebound.
As you said, Justin Burning with a rebound, and Mason will come back down and faces zone once again. Owens trying to look for something. As you said, him and Harmon are definitely the shooters.
No, that's a turnover. That's too easy. Those are the turnovers you don't have to force in there.
Yeah. Fawcett's inlet pass, nothing there as Amelia steps in and picks that off.
The thing about the zone, you either got to shoot the ball well from outside, or I'm still a big believer of pushing the ball up the court. against the zone, so they don't get set up on made or misses.
They'll swing it around to the left-hand side. They'll kick it back out top. Trying to get it inside. Got it elbow high next to the foul line. Turn around. Simpson can't do anything with it. Nice defense right here by the Comets.
Yeah, good defensive stand so far. Amelia's patient, though. Look at that.
3 on the way. He knocks it down, does Ben Winker. 11-10. Amelia all of a sudden on top by 1. Harmon with the basketball for the Comets. They swing it. Owens will cut through the lane looking for the basketball. Nothing there. On the way.
Too much mustard on that.
Officials were right in front of us. I couldn't tell who jacked that 3 up, but
Sean did. Crotty did.
You're going to tell about your son, are you? Pull-up jumper. Can't get a little contact. Nothing called. Ball's going to go out of bounds and it'll remain Amelia basketball. As we see Richburg checking back into the game, as well as now Brad Stevens will check in for the Comets.
Again, Brad's another very athletic in there. He can shoot the ball from range too. So you got 4 shooters in there from the outside now for Mason. 11-10. This is the type of tempo that Amelia wants. So again, this is playing in their hands.
They get the ball into Jovan McClure, who palms it to his side, setting up the offense. Change direction, pull up jumper from about 12 feet, knocks it down once again, does Ben Wenker. He's got 5 on the night, extends the lead to 3.
Nice backdoor, nice pass, good finish.
Richburg with the basketball. He'll pick up his dribble and give it up to Harmon. Skip pass over top, Owens. In a little bit of traffic, but yet comes down with it. Richburg's going to fire one up, can't get it to go. And the rebound will come down into the hands of the Barons' Ben Wenker. They're trying to push the ball up the court. Got to get it off. Oh, nice block. Coming out of nowhere was Justin Burning to put that in the student section. We completed the first very fast 8 minutes of play here from Mason High School. The Barons on top, 13-10. Your thoughts, Mike, so far?
Well, again, Mason started off fairly well with a couple of jump shots, a couple of easy baskets. Billy Harmon hitting a 3, Carl Richburg. But after that, they've been tough shots. Nothing easy in there. Kevin Foster got 1 layup. Then Amelia came back and just stayed patient. So the first quarter, in my estimation, goes to Amelia because this is the type of score they want.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if my man's plugged in. Hey, Dwayne, there you are. All right, well, talk to me, my man.
Hey, what I'm seeing out here, Mason has not got enough ball movement on offense. The first part of that first quarter, I think the pace of the play was definitely in Mason's favor. But however, the last 3.5 minutes, they come away with no points whatsoever, and Amelia goes on a 5-0 run and gives them the lead. Mason is going to have to move the ball on offense. If they're going to keep this, if they're going to be at 40 points or less, they're going to wind up losing this game. They need to get in the 50s, maybe the 60s. They got to up this pace of play, or else they're going to wind up not being the varnish on this hardwood like we talked about.
Good point. Tempo is what we talked about, and they're slowing it down. Richburg now with the basketball as we start the second quarter of action.
The other thing Mason really hadn't gotten yet is any activity at the free throw line in the middle of it against the zone, which is usually vulnerable.
Oh, Mike, and then once again, as I said, they got to take care of the basketball, and yet they create another turnover for themselves. The Barons with the basketball with a 3-point lead. They'll skip it around the perimeter, dribble penetration, nothing there. They get over to the corner, 3 on the way, no good.
Good rebound, Justin Burning again. Been very active since he's been in the game.
Owens thought about it. And he's got to be thinking he's got to jack one up, Mike. I don't even think he's attempted a shot so far in this ball game.
Yeah, Matty usually lets the game come to himself, but once in a while you got to be active and go get the ball. No rebound.
Turnover and
all
too
blue
strong of a shot right there by Burning, and it comes down into the hands of Bryson Simpson, and they'll quickly push it up the court. On the way, no good. Long the other way. Backside rebound off the glass, and whistle on the foul.
Tell you what, it's some ugly shots from both teams going up, quite frankly. Air balls and shooting the ball too hard, but Amelia's just working hard right now. Second foul on Matty Owens, that's critical. Coach Richards usually doesn't like to play after he gets 2 fouls a whole lot. He might have to keep Matty in the game, being second leading scorer, though. Take a chance not getting his third.
Sends Winker to the free throw line. He knocks down the first of the two. Moore will check back into the game, and he'll spell Justin Burney. As well as looks like Kevin Fawcett will check back in, and there's your man Matt Owens going to the bench. Like you said, Coach Richards not wanting to pick up that third foul before the halftime whistle. Second attempt is up and good by Winker. He's got 7 of the 15 points for the Barons tonight, almost half of the bundle for him.
Like Dwayne said, I think Mason's gone on about 3 minutes now, 3.5 minutes without scoring.
Moore trying to make something happen, pulls back, can't get it to fall. Nice rebound by Fawcett, goes up too strong, can't get it. Looks like that ball might have been partially tipped. Then it comes down and ends up going the other way to the Barons.
Look, Kevin Fawcett thought he got the rebound, did get the rebound, went up with it. There's no foul was called. They're letting him play a little bit.
Looks like Mason's going to go ahead and pick up pressure man-to-man all the way up and then try to trap out of it. Long pass, it works in their favors. It'll be a turnover and Mason Comet basketball.
Another turnover. And this was the first game, too. Amelia wants it to be an ugly game. They want to get turnovers from both teams. They aren't worried about that. They're making Mason come down to their. They want Mason to come to their, play their type of game, and they're doing it right now.
Whistle away from the basketball.
Moving screen again.
I think not sure who they called that. It looked like that might have been on Brad Stevens, 42. Pick up his first, team's fourth.
Full court press here. Man to man. They get a jump. They try to run and jump it.
And here they go, stepping up. Fawcett, nothing there. Now the Barons will start the offense. Picks it outside. 3-point open look. Can't get it to go. Moore comes down with the rebound. Quickly gives up to Richburg. Puts it up to court. Much like Dwayne said, just not a lot of movement as the shot goes up, knocks it down.
Billy Harmon.
Billy from behind the lines got 2 trifectas, 15-13 Amelia on top.
He's shooting about 35-36% for the year from the threes, and he can light it up. He's got good stroke.
Pulls up, whistle, count the shot by Jovan McClure. Greg Richards is livid about the foul call. I think that's going to go against Billy Harmon.
He's calling a push afterwards. There wasn't really there. The referee called it from behind.
And now, interestingly enough, Billy Harmon's picked up his second foul.
That's bad news for Mason. He's got a couple good strokes right off the bat. A couple good threes. They need Billy in the game. I'm sorry, David.
That's all right. Can't get it to go from there. And Fawcett comes down with the rebound. Moore with the basketball. Whistle and a foul. They're going to whistle that one against Ben Wenker, and that'll be his first, and that'll be the team's fourth. Tonight's officials, Chris Boggs, along with Mike Case and Chris Yepper. They've been a little busy tonight, Mike. Yeah. Richburg will jack one up, can't get it to go. Fighting for the loose ball, and Simpson will come down with it. Oh, but Fawcett comes back with his deal and sticks it in.
Good active. Brad Stevens and Kevin. Brad Stevens, they got Sean Crotty and Kevin Fawcett and Aaron Moore. Those are the most active big guys. Right there's a steal by Aaron Moore. He's very active tonight. It's good to see from him.
Richburg wants to push it. He'll go down the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go, and a whistle and a foul. That's Carl's game right there, Mike. He likes that up-tempo. Let me run it down at you.
Aaron Moore, good dish. Look at this. And he goes into the defense. One thing I would like to see him do is keep the ball above his head a little bit and try to bring it down and up. But Carl likes to make contact in there. He's smooth in there.
Wanker picks up his second foul, and that'll send Richburg to the line. Knocks that one down. I think Carl's averaging somewhere around 85% from the line, Mike.
Exactly right. 84%. But those are the bad. That's a transition. That's to get that zone. I still think you could beat it up and down. Don't let that zone settle in.
He gets both of them from the charity stripe, and knotted this game up at 17 with 5:01 to go.
Couple good defensive stops last time.
Tried to trap out top, but he's going to pull up, beats the press.
Brad
Ball's
Stevens,
loose,
long
just
arms are
can't
everywhere,
get it.
just can't grab it. Good effort.
Had that trap out top, and he did a nice job of getting out of it and pulled up from the foul line. Just looked like he was off balance, leaning forward,
Right.
couldn't get it to go.
Hey, out of the trap, they've got a couple good looks, actually, Amelia. They just haven't knocked it down yet, but it's not, you know, they've had one or two turnovers off it, but they get good looks when they do beat the trap.
So Amelia will have the basketball out underneath their own hoop, looking to get the ball in. Close to a 5-second violation.
Oh,
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that's what it was.
Get another turnover. There's a turnover. Mason's had a couple good opportunities here late. Let's see if they can get something out of the set offense.
Richburg will quickly give it up and run motion through defense. Fawcett now has it, and then he'll give it up. 3 on the way, no good.
And the only thing about that I don't particularly like, we can get that 3 anytime you want. If you're Mason or Amelia, you can get the 3 anytime you want. You want to get a couple good passes first.
Good look down on the baseline, pulls up
shot.
and knocks it down, does Jovan McClure. 19-17. Richburg may get called, no. He had that right arm extended, Mike. I thought he was going to get whistled for it, but it's going to go the other way, and I think it might be against Gillespie, and that'll be his first.
It could have been either or. They just called the defense on that first one.
They'll inbounds the basketball right in front of us. Richburg pulled up the dribble, tried to put it inside to Moore, and just threw that one off his leg, Mike.
Yeah, it was down by his ankles.
3 on the way. Oh, bingo! Eric McFarland knocks one down. He's got 5 on the night. Quickly come the other way, the Comets. Richburg almost lost the handle, gives it to Moore. He's swatted away by McClure, and it'll remain Comets basketball.
Good take in there. They got a good block. I liked it. Carl got a nice
He just
pass
lost
there.
the handle on it and
Great block,
give
though.
it up.
That's a great block.
Oh, he's going to pull up. See if he can knock it down. Richburg's got one. His second tray on the night. He's got 10. 22-20 is our score. Amelia on top of Mason.
There it is. Oh, good
nice
tips on it.
drive.
They like it. They like the tips on it.
Stevens knocked that basketball out of bounds. Amelia will retain possession.
22-20.
Oh, I thought he was over and back. No call there though, Mike. Trying to back in, gives it up in the box. Nothing there, just an errant shot, and comes down into the hands of Mason.
You better get back.
Will push it.
Yeah.
Dumps it. Oh, good hustle back on defense right there by David Matthews.
You like that, but again, that pace, you see the last minute or so, it's been up and down. That's what Mason wants to do.
He's not hustling. That's an easy basket from Richburg to Moore.
Right.
Matthews hustling back down on the defensive end to knock away that Richburg pass. They'll still retain possession as Crotty will have it underneath the basket to inbounds it.
They're looking for a 3 here.
Knocked away by McClure. Comets will inbound it to one again.
And again, when you play teams 2 times through, this is the advantage. You know a lot of their out-of-bounds plays.
Look at Richburg.
He threw it off his butt.
I got to tell you, he has got to be, if not my favorite, one of my all-time favorite players.
Look at this. Watch off his butt. He's got his back turned, the defense. The only thing they could call coming in and out. That's a super play.
Wanker gets called for the foul, Mike. That's his 3rd, team 7th. Richburg goes to the line and knocks down the first one.
That's a huge foul. I mean, it's
that kid. Every time I see him, he never ceases to amaze me. His athletic ability, the way he can control an offense, the way he distributes the basketball, scores. Can't get that one to go though. But just his thought mentality with that.
Out of bounds. Reach on the ball. Yeah, he's a basketball player. He's thinking.
Moore tried to pickpocket, but nothing doing as it'll retain in the Barons' possession.
And the good thing about from both couple of key players on both teams are in foul trouble here. For the Comets, it's their 2nd and 3rd leading scorer. They're surviving. They were down a little bit when they went out, and the game's only a 1-point game, so they got to be happy with that for their Mason coaches. Good defense. He picked his dribble up kind of high.
Now swinging out top. Got a good look from top. Can't get it to go.
Kevin Fawcett again.
Comes down with a rebound, as you said, Richburg, and he's really quickly wanting to push it up the court.
And Carl, when he gets on a roll, he usually likes to stay on that roll. Now Mason players, what they can do, they can be crashing the boards here.
Good head fake, steps up and through off the glass. Oh, they're going to call that against Richburg.
That was, the only way without seeing it right here, we'll see, is he was moving to the right. Carl, watch this. Watch where he goes. See,
that's going to be his first foul nonetheless.
They caught
22-21 is our score.
I think he got technical on the coach, the assistant coach.
You may be right. Well, no offense to the officials. They were getting ready to assess the technical to shoot up the Mason end, and they had to get their bearings straight. But with that technical, Bryson Simpson will go to the line to shoot the technical. First one rattles in and out, no good. We'll try it again.
Oh my God.
That one to go either. They still will get the basketball at midcourt. Amelia on top 5-1, 22-21. We've got 2:40 to play here in the first half of action.
So you get it technical and don't give up any points. You can't like that if you're Amelia.
Not at all. Yeah, at a minimum, a 4-point possibility, possibly a 5. Up and on its way, no good. Moore with a hand on it, as well as looks like Simpson. No foul. The referee's trying to settle things down. Possession will retain over to Amelia.
I've been up here for 3 games. The first game, there was actually a fight in the freshman game. The JV game was very physical, too.
Knocked from behind. Jumper goes back up. Can't go. Tip back in. Looks like Simpson. I'm going to give credit to that one.
They're going to battle. They just got to keep your composure for both teams here.
The 3-point differential. Crotty gets it inside. Fawcett puts his shoulder down, goes to the hoop. They're going to call the foul on the floor.
And usually officials, when everybody gets excited like this, you're going to see a couple of close call fouls instead of everybody down and right off the bat to get everybody to play. There's the one in the middle I was talking about, right in the foul line. That's been open. Sean Crotty did a nice pass. Kevin Fawcett got away. It looked like a little walk, but was going toward the basket. He'll be shooting a 1-on-1.
McClure picked up his second foul, and that'll send Fawcett to the line as the Barons have reached 8. 7 mean during the bonus. Mason's also got 7 fouls against him, so that'll put Amelia at the line anytime a foul's called.
Kevin's about 83 for the year, 83%, good foul shooter.
Knocks that one down.
Yeah. 24-22. Game's inching up there a little bit. It's not like the old Lakers show. Showtime. Ooh.
Oh, that hit just about every square inch of the rim, knocked out of bounds. And,
you guys battling.
Looked like Moore had a hand on it, but it also looked like McClure finally just snatched it away from him. It's going to be Comets basketball.
They're calling 11. They're going to try to get the ball back to Carl Richburg on this.
Out top, Crotty has it to skip it over. Good call, Mike. Richburg puts it up. He really didn't get square. Fawcett with a rebound, but he brought it to the floor.
He got a foul. Yep, he didn't. He brought it down to his ankles.
And
off balance.
Yeah, they're going to
watch
call
Kevin
that
go get it.
Simpson.
And that was a good foul. They're reaching a couple of them there, but he brought the ball to the floor.
You know, guys of his size that bring the ball to the floor make the guys that are 5'8" his size. Coaches hate that. You know, keep that ball above your head and make your play. Fawcett goes up, gets the first one to go.
But what Kevin gives him is athletic ability. He can go get a rebound, jump through the roof, but he's active. And I keep on using that word, but kids that are active, nothing else be active, good things will happen.
This time he rattles that off the front end of the rim and puts it down. He's 3 for 4 from the line and tied this ball game up at 24 as we're under 2 minutes to play now in the first half of action. Straight down, off the glass and good. A nice move right there by Bryson Simpson.
Goes to the middle. There's got to be some help side defense. No help on that. So that was a good basket. Eric Wilking in the game, number 22. He's an outside shooter, too.
Well, there he goes, Mike. Oh, bingo. You caught it right away, my man.
Eric's a senior, doesn't get a lot of minutes, but when they see zone, he can shoot the ball probably as well as anybody in practice or in games.
Well, you called his number. He knocked it down. It gives his team a lead that they haven't seen for a long time at 27-26.
They're doubling. I can't coach. We got 2 active coaches. They're up and down the sideline.
Yeah. We're getting screened a lot, aren't we?
That's good ball.
Gotta look. Can't get it to fall. Fawcett with a rebound. Almost give it up. Richburg will come down with it. He's wanting to push. Crossover and a blocking call going to be against, it looks like Eric McFarland, number 23, to pick up his first.
Yeah, he was moving.
So tough to defend a guy like Richburg who just constantly is moving with the basketball.
It was a here or there call, but I really think he was sliding still.
Yeah, Dwayne just peeped into our ears and said, hey, that sends him to the line. 10 fouls. That's the double bonus. Richburg doesn't get the first one.
Yep. Good shooter. He's got to come out and knock the next one. Well, Dwayne was talking about this earlier. Now this game's starting to scoot up near the 30s, so that means it could be 60s by the second half. It's going to run. That's in Mason's favor.
Richburg will get the second one to go. Gives his team a 2-point lead with less than a minute to go at 28-26. Amelia with the basketballs. They'll bring it across the timeline rather slowly. Oh, looking for a double team. Looks like he may have shuffled his feet. Knocked out of bounds by Crotty. It'll remain Amelia basketball. But I was like you, Mike. It looked like he just shuffled his feet rather quickly.
I don't know.
McClure will do the inbound duties for the Barons.
44 seconds left to go in the halftime. This comes down to execution. Everybody's a little bit tired. Both teams are a little winded just because of the activity and the physicality of the game. Let's see who can execute at the end of the first half.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't sit on it, and even if they go in down 2 points, I think they would be very happy.
Oh, that's in the corner. That's where they, if you're wanting it, yeah.
And that's going to be Mason basketball. Went off of Simpson's foot out of bounds.
Right.
So rather quickly, Coach Mazzaro tried to get a substitution in, but nothing doing. And Carl Richburger now take the air out of the basketball and bring it across the timeline. They're definitely going to be looking for the last shot.
And if you're Amelia, you're looking for Richburg, and they put Fawcett and Wilkin, 2 good shooters on the wing. So they want to go back to Carl. That was just silly. He just pushing the bat. I was looking right at it. I didn't, to be honest, I didn't think the official was going to call it. 21 for Amelia. Joven McClure.
Yeah, you know what? The bad thing is he just picked up his 3rd foul on that.
They weren't even looking inside. He was just trying to push them up the line, and it's automatic 2 shots. I'll be honest with you. It was a no call for me. It wasn't even about the play. Hey, who says these high school officials don't get earfuls, man? These both coaches are working them. They're not doing anything nasty, no negligence. They're just talking to them. These officials just look at them, hear them, and keep on going. .29.
Well, that was Moore's first point of the game, Mike.
Right.
Second one, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Amelia. They lose the handle. Richburg will turn around, throw one up. Can't get it to go, and the horn sounds. We're done with the first 16 minutes of play here. And I'll tell you what, sorry folks, I got a little bit discombobulated, but I'm not sure exactly what you said. Looked like Craig Mazzaro went after one of the officials tonight at halftime, and he may have got teed up, and I'll tell you what.
I think they said, I don't think they did it to him.
I heard the whistle blow. I'm a little confused. I don't think anything said. Coach Richards is not happy. We saw one of his assistants sit here at midcourt and talk to somebody. So the officiating crew under a little bit of a scrutiny tonight, but nonetheless, we got a great game. 29-26 is our score. Your thoughts on that first half?
Right. Amelia was doing good there for a while. I think at the end, Mason got in their favor with Billy Harmon and Matty Owens go out, 2 of their offensive scores. Paulson stepped up big, and so did Eric Wickham's, a couple big shots, but they got an up-tempo game on that thing right away.
All right, hey, let's check in with Dwayne real quick, see what he's got to say.
Hey, Dave and Mike, I'll tell you right now, I think the tempo of this game is going in Mason's favor. They want to keep on pushing the ball and keep on doing this. You know, we're going to have a couple of Barons from Amelia in foul trouble already, and I think the bench play of Mason is certainly going to be a benefit to them. In the second half. They got by. They got a lead right now. They got by with some terrible offensive passes, giving away the ball, but they were able to play that tough D and they did not give the Barons of Amelia any second looks at all, maybe but one down there in that first half. And I'll tell you, again, if they keep up this kind of pace, it's going to be the Comets' night tonight.
All right, Dwayne, well, thank you very much. Once again, folks, your halftime score from Mason High School. The Comets on top by 3, 29-26. Go ahead and order that pizza. Make sure you tip your delivery person as well as possible. Take that potty break. Grab a cold one of your favorite choice and stick around. Exciting second half action coming up. Fort Ancient Valley Conference style Buckeye Division along with Mike Crotty and bouncer Dwayne Reed, David Terry. Stick around, folks.
Leading all scorers with 12. We got Bryson Simpson on the other hand leading for Amelia with 8, and Amelia spread the ball around a little bit. They've gotten their points from about 4 or 5 different guys. Again, for Mason, they're going to have to keep the tempo up for the second half, and they're going to have to keep pressing on defense. That's where the real tail has been coming into play. They've gotten a lot of points off of steals. In fact, they've gotten 13 points on turnovers, and they've gotten 15 3-point plays. So let's see if that's going to continue in the second half. Amelia's going to have to figure out a way to shut this Comet offense down.
They did call technical, Dave.
Well, we were unsure, folks. It was very unclear as we went to the locker room. But you're right. Coach Mazzaro for Amelia got called for a technical. Richburg knocks down.
Missed a no.
The first one, but misses the second one.
He was fired up, but now the referees are telling him he has to sit down the rest of the game, which is going to be hard. Coach Mazzaro, he likes to get up and down the sideline.
Well, we actually had you were away, we had a photographer come over and tell us that he thoroughly enjoyed covering Amelia games because he said Mazzaro at any time, he said he thought he might have a carotid artery pop at any time. He just jumps up so often.
There too. Billy
Harmon.
Welcome back, Billy Harmon. That's 3 threes. He can stroke it. He should be fresh. One thing about him and Maddie Owens, they should be fresh. They sat down basically 6 minutes in the second quarter to go. So that's a great start. That's a great start now.
Owens comes up with the steal off the glass and gets it to go. Maddie Owens does.
And this is what Amelia did not want to happen, because when you're in the zone, if you get too far behind, sooner or later they're going to have to come out. They're already going to call a timeout, which is a good quick timeout, I think, for Amelia to settle them down right off the bat.
Well, the interesting thing, Mike, was that was Matt Owens' first bucket of the night.
He did this last week, too, against Anderson, and he ended up coming in with about 15 in the second half. He doesn't force a whole lot. Once in a while, you want to tell him to be a little bit more aggressive with the ball. They need his scoring. He's a great athlete.
Well, you made a comment earlier in that first half of where you think Matty Owens lets the game come to him, and I agree with you. Of all the times that I've ever covered him over his 4-year period here, he's very calm. He plays within himself, doesn't try to do too many things. But sometimes I think a guy of his nature, especially with his status of, and his leadership, he needs to start stepping up in games like this and kind of take control of the basketball game.
Yeah, and I think it's a little tougher against his zone. Against a man-to-man, he's usually a lot more active. But again, he loves second half action.
Well, we'll see if he can step up. He's got 2 so far here, and he tips that ball away, and he almost came away with it. Did Richburg. They'll skip that one over in the corner. They got a good look at 3 from Simpson. He'll kick it back outside. On the way, no good. Oh, tip it, no good.
Matt Owens, a nice rebound.
Had a chance from Gillespie to throw it off the glass, but couldn't get it to go. Harmon with the basketball. He'll throw it out top.
Good skip pass there, though. And this is where you want to take care of the ball. You don't need turnovers. Down the baseline. They'll twist it now. They should twist it quick. There it is.
Richburg had a thought of it, but nothing there. Good pass inside Crowdy. Kicks it out to the baseline. That's good ball movement and a good bucket right there by Moore.
But that was Dwayne and I were talking that time. That was good ball movement, a lot quicker ball movement on that, and they got a good solid shot by Aaron Moore.
Amelia now swinging around out top. Richburg with the heavy pressure.
Oh,
Gillespie manages to bring it back in, give it up to Simpson. Nothing there.
Another tip. They're getting some tips on the ball that they're being active again by Mason. Amelia's just got to get a good look here.
Moore trying to take a swipe at it. Simpson will give it up.
They want to force some sideline baseline. They're not.
Crotty, good job of moving his feet up there on top. Oh, good inlet pass, but Richburg with the help. Comes down in the hands of Harmon, who'll push it. Numbers aren't there. He'll give it up to Crotty. Nice job by Sean. Sits down on it, skips it over.
That goes in.
Owens, bingo! Matty Owens from behind the trifecta line. Good look by your boy, Sean.
Yeah, see, another, you got it. You can't get the game. That was a good look by Sean. He let everybody fill the positions and a good skip pass. And Matty Owens against fresh legs buried. Didn't hesitate, buried the three-pointer there.
Well, Coach Richards must have ignited some fire underneath them at the halftime because they extended their lead to 40-26 right now, Mike. 14 points. It was merely 3 at the halftime break. Dwayne, you got anything for us? I can't see you. I'm looking over you. There you are.
Yeah, I do. I mean, this is an 11-0 run here by the Mason Comets, and what it's doing, this defense is just playing tough now. They've gone from varnish to urethane. They're protecting this home hardwood with that D. And I like what I'm seeing out here. These guys are really, really moving on this defensive side and getting some good scores on the transition.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing about the Mason team that's overlooked by some of the teams there, I mean, they go 9, 10 deep. But out of the 9 or 10, you're looking at 8 seniors. They don't get rattled a whole lot. The coaches can lay up, get on them pretty bit. They're seniors. They've been through the wars, per se. And they're a smart team. When they play with as amongst a team like that they're supposed to, they're a dangerous team.
Well, they've already surpassed their output of the last time they met Amelia.
Right.
By 6 points, and as Dwayne said, as the tempo picks up and this game continues, it seems to play in the favor.
That's just, good steal there.
The Comets. Looked like Crowdy knocked that away. Thought it was going to be his basketball, but it ends up being Barron's basketball.
Amelia looks a little rattled here. They got to settle down and.
But it doesn't look like they were trying to execute what they were doing in the first half, which was somewhat successful. They moved the ball a lot. They looked inside.
Yeah, they're looking inside now, but Mason's doing a good job of fronting.
Good look. Shots just short, no good. Moore comes down with it, quickly gives it up to Richburg.
He kind of short-armed that. And again, Matty Owens can shoot that three. That's why he's the dangerous player.
They'll elect to swing it out.
They got to skip. Here's Mr. Harmon.
Nothing there, and Owens will take it over and kick it into the corner to Moore. Skips up top. Richburg thought about it. Dribble penetration. Off balance shot. No good.
Aaron Moore. That's battling.
Oh, yeah. You got to like that, Mike.
You got to like Aaron. Aaron's the quietest guy you'd want to meet, and when he's active, he helps his team dramatically. Carl with a nice move, though. That was a good fade.
Nice crossover to get it into the corner. Two-pointer in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Simpson off the glass and good.
They want to push it back at him. If it's not there, pull it out.
Richburg thought about it. Nice defense to push him down
Back
to the baseline. They'll kick it back out top. Billy Harmon with the basketball now over to Carl Richburg. Oh,
nice
good look.
pass.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Sean Crotty had a nice pass. Yeah,
I gotta tell you what, your boy is impressing me with his alertness on the court, just giving the ball up to the guys. I think Coach Richards talked to him, pulled him out of the game, talked to him about his three-point attempts as he goes for a steal there. But really now he's just picking up his defensive pressure and he's looking for everybody's shot up. Oh,
nice
tough shot right there by McClure.
Two guys in the space and you just buried it. That was a tough shot. Good defense, a good shot. That's when your Mason coach, you say, congratulations, that's a great shot.
Harmon with the basketball. Very casually are they taking their time. Now he'll pull up. Can he knock it down? It rattles home.
I mean, they're on their home court. This is what happened the first time. They didn't shoot like this at Amelia, but Mason had, the first game, had an 8-point lead at Amelia with about 5 minutes left, and they just threw the ball away, turned the ball over. So that's what Mason was mad about the first time. But Billy Harmon's stroking it, Carl's stroking it, Matty Owens is stroking the ball. That's going to be a tough combination, I think, for Amelia to come back.
Amelia trying to swing the ball around, trying to look inside. Simpson working hard inside the paint. Nothing there. They'll kick it outside. Got a good look. No good. Backside rebound on the ground, off the glass. No good. They still have the basketball. Up. No good. Rebound comes down to Owens. Richburg now with it.
He's feeling it, I'm telling you.
Tried a little crossover. Nothing there. Gives it up. Owens, nothing. Back to Richburg. On the baseline,
wow,
coming down. Another block by McClure.
That's
Second time he's got more.
Great block. That's great pass, great block, everything. You got action.
Pulls up.
But look at the pace, though. This is Mason's pace.
Gives it up. Crotty will take it. Dishes it back out. Nobody home.
That's one you want to shoot. You don't want to give that up.
Richburg jacks one up. Can't get it. Oh, Owen steps in and grabs the rebound and puts it in.
Amelia, this is not their pace. It looks like Amelia's actually getting tired already.
19 points, Mike. 49-30. They've put 3 points since, check that. 4 points. 2 buckets since halftime.
It's on it.
Whistle in a hole. Going to be called against Carl Richburg.
It's about 20-4 run Mason's on right now.
And there are multiple substitutions coming in for both ball clubs. Look like Matthews will check in, as well as Michael Clark and maybe Fawcett. And looks like Justin Burning coming back into the ball game for the Comets.
But again, you just want to stay where you're at now. Because starting the fourth quarter at this pace, there's no way they can stay in the zone. They have to go to more of a trap if you're Amelia. That's
off the handle on that. Fawcett will take it. Coast to coast off the glass. Check that. Not off the glass. That shot just went a little bit underneath. Whistle and a foul, though.
Yeah, Kevin does a good job. The only thing I would like to see him do on that is get the ball to your shoulders as quickly as possible, above your shoulders.
Yeah,
hit it down by his waist. If he gets it up there, he might get a three-point play. Kevin, the last 3 or 4 games, has been very consistent, very active for the Comets.
Well, he'll toe the line. See if he can't knock this one down. Can't get the first one to go if it's hard off the back of the iron. As substitutions come in for both squads. Stevens will check in for the Comets. And it looks like for the Barons, it'll be Ben Wenker back into the ball game. Ben Wenker checks back in with 3 fouls against him.
You think the team's learned from the referees the first half? Look at the fouls, 2-1 right now. And they haven't had to blow a lot of whistles, which is good. That means the team's learned from the officials what they were calling the first half.
Fawcett gets 1 of 2, 50-30, 20-point differential. Mason on top. Has it out top, looking for something to do.
Yeah, it's
and they all of a sudden, Mike, look like they're kind of lost.
They're looking like, who's going to score for us? I don't want it. I'll pass the ball, and nobody says, I can take the ball.
And the offense is being pushed out higher and higher towards midcourt.
And that's good defense by May. Oh, that's a good charge.
He stuck that left arm out, Mike, and just pushed him to the floor.
They got, and this is what Coach Richards has been here going on 12 years now. This is 12th year. That's all they preach. They don't preach offense a whole lot, even though they got some off the time. They preach defense. And this is a good move by Coach Richards. Matty Owens and Carl Richburg, 47 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Give them a breather for 47 seconds with the time it ends up being about a 3-minute break for them. And then see if they go for last shot, see if they work around.
And that's Jones that'll check in and spell Richburg, as well as someone that's seen a limited time in that first half, and that's going to be Eric Wilking.
Yep, 2 other seniors. They both can play. And 22, if you're Amelia, Eric Wilking can shoot the ball.
It looks like you said, though, that both of them passed up a decent look, and I think they're just looking to get that last shot with that 20-point lead right now.
And I think it's smart. They're resting. They're dominating the game in the third quarter. That was a dominating performance. Nothing stupid. Let's just get a good look here.
With 15 on the clock now, let's see if they start turning up the wick on that offensive set. We're down to 10. They'll kick it over in the corner.
Good skip.
Oh, he's got a man up top. Oh, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down, loses the handle. He'll just wave up a Hail Mary. Nothing doing, off the mark. We've completed 3 quarters of play from Mason Arena. 50-30 is your score. The Comets on top. Let's go over and check in with Dwayne real quick.
Hey, Mike said it all with one word: dominating. And what is dominating is this Mason Comet defense. They are creating a lot of turnovers, and more importantly, they're scoring on the turnovers. They are not giving this team any second looks at the basket. As you said, Dave, they are moving that offense, the Amelia Barons offense, way out beyond the arc, and Amelia is just having trouble out there. They've scored 4 points. 4 points in that quarter, and if Mason's able to continue this onslaught on D, they're going to walk away with the win tonight.
You got that right, folks. Go ahead, grab that pencil, that pen, that piece of paper, and we'll get set to give you your replay times here tonight for this Amelia versus Mason ball game. As you see, Saturday the 14th, Valentine's Day. I hope you and Dwayne picked up something for your sweetie. That's at 2 o'clock on Channel 4. Sunday the 15th, 5 p.m. on Channel 4. And then Wednesday, once again, the 18th, at 8 p.m. on Channel 24. And I'd better say something about the 18th, because I won't get to, I don't think, before that. My wife's and I's 15th wedding anniversary. I'm sure you guys are archaic to that, but you probably got a few years on me, huh? What'd you do for your 15th?
50th. Let's keep 15th. No, I'm actually this year we just celebrated our 20th.
All right, so you're 5 years ahead of me.
It just seems like that's his wife.
50. Okay.
His wife's in sainthood.
Well.
Yeah, rip on David time.
Yeah, that's
fourth
the
quarter.
Stop. I shouldn't have said a word. Pull up jumper from the
baseline.
Got it to go.
Billy Harmon shooting with confidence. He's got some hops in his legs tonight, and he's doing a super job, the senior is tonight, shooting the ball.
And that's his first basket that's of the 2-point variety, Mike. Like you said, he's got 4 from behind the arc, and then that lone 2-pointer.
I look at Billy. Look at this.
Another turnover.
Yeah.
Owens with the basketball. Smartly slows down. I thought about jacking one up.
That's just ball fake, because they got to jump at it now. Look at this.
Oh, good. Down on the baseline. Left hand can't get it to go by Moore, but a nice look by Richburg. Moore just couldn't quite complete it. Steps through, and that's a bad pass right there. Out of control was Jovan McClure.
Coach Richard will like that pass, because Carl Richard did the bounce pass. Aaron Moore went up to it and didn't convert. And sooner or later, I mean, Mason, I don't think you have to at this. Pull it back out. They just want to keep on moving the ball. Look at this again.
Oh.
Sean Crotty, that's 3 or 4. That's there all day. He's running the baseline. He's usually in the middle.
I'll let you tout him, because that was another look inside.
Wait, but usually what they've done, though, Sean's usually in the middle and Matty Owens is on the outside. But he's doing a good job from the baseline of passing the ball in the middle. And again, the second half, Mason in general as a team is passed. They're sharing the ball, as we say, together.
Well, Crotty's got to have 4 or 5 assists so far tonight, man, and everything he's given up has just been a great look on his behalf.
You've got to do something like that after that air ball the first half from the 3-point range. So.
Well, yeah, and I noticed that the Barron fans down at that end are not heckling him much anymore. Timeout here in the fourth quarter of action. 54-30 is our score. Mason on top of Amelia. You're watching this game on ICRC, your home for high school hoops. Folks, we got 2 games for you next week on tap. I believe we're going to travel to Bill Bretz's favorite address, my alma mater, 1 Tiger Trail. Next Tuesday night. Not for sure who the tandem of announcers is going to be. I know I'll be there. There's a whistle and a foul. But
love them. They got a nice program there. I've seen them there a couple times. They gave Mason a good battle. First game, second game, they kind of got blown out here, but they got some good players over there.
And I think they're going to be playing host to the Eagles of Milford. And then, folks, I got to tell you about the Barn Busters at 3-point attempts off the mark. Owens comes down with it. Folks, if you're going to watch some ICRC basketball, you got to make sure you tune in next Friday night. It's more fights for that rebound out of bounds to remain Comet basketball. We've got the key marquee matchup for you next Friday night, folks, coming to you from the home of the Moeller Crusaders. The rematch versus LaSalle, the 1-point differential, which ultimately vaulted LaSalle into the #1 spot in the city. We're going to have that game for you here in ICRC next week, next Friday night, so mark your calendars.
Hey, I was going to say, they're not going to make you guys pay to get in for that one?
You know what?
They can sell that seat.
Based on what I saw in the paper today, that people are begging for tickets.
Hey,
the AD from Moeller came out and said, no more are available, you're done. I think they got us sitting up in a crow's nest as the 3-pointers knocked down there by Eric McFarland. But my man, Minnie Main, Mike Lyons, tells us we will have courtside seats. We'll be there. Tight is not a problem. That is going to be the game of all games as far as this basketball season's.
They have.
We're laughing because our bouncing, roving reporter tonight, Mr. Reed, has said everywhere he goes it's tight. And I can see that in that big frame you carry.
It's white ball. What is going on? It's white ball.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
No.
But they whistled the foul against Aaron Moore, correct?
Yeah, but why does Amelia still gets the ball? They scored a basket.
I don't understand. Not for sure. I thought it was after the inbounds. I thought it was on the way up the court.
Unless they're calling an intentional foul, but I don't think they get the ball still.
They'll put up a 3, no good. Loose basketball underneath. Amelia comes down with it.
Whoa.
He's in and amongst men, a whistle, and now they're going to call a foul. I thought it was a tie-up. Moore had the basketball, but it looks like they're going to call Harmon for the foul. Looks like a reach-in or a grab, and that'll be his 3rd. But I got to tell you, I'll just, Dwayne and I know we've got a history. I'll just
Why did they get the ball after
keep
the foul?
myself.
Why did Amelia get the ball after you called foul Mason potential? No,
Moore steals that basketball away, and my man Mike Crotty is trying to had the official over here next to the table. He was going to get an earful too, but
no, I was asking, but
oh, I know exactly what you're saying. They scored the basket,
and he thought Amelia gets the ball back, but Amelia had scored. The basket was going out of bounds.
There's no bonus situation.
So that was just a mistake. That was just a mistake by the officials.
Owens pulls up just a little short. Mike, it looked like he was pulling away off that jumper. Didn't follow it all the way through.
Wow, that's a tough one. Good rebound by Aaron Moore.
Yeah, off the front end of the rim. He gives it up to Richburg.
I'm going to see if he just pulls the string a little bit here. Oh, my gosh, that was a quick crossover.
I just like the kid the more I see him. Moore will put one up. Oh, knock it down.
Aaron, you see, he sat a little bit the first half. He's been active the second half. He's been where Kevin Fawcett the first half, getting a lot of rebounds second half, and nails a nice 15-foot jumper from the corner.
Well, he's got 7 points. He had 1 in the first half. And look at him defensively, knocks that basketball away.
He said,
into the hands of Crotty, gives it up to Richburg, and he just wanting to push that crossover down the lane.
He just, and again, sooner or later, Amelia, I guess they just don't, they just don't feel they can guard him.
Good look, straight to the hoop off the glass. Matt, you know what? That kid's going to play somewhere next year. He is just so fundamentally sound the way he approaches this basketball game. Not fancy, but just definitely a player.
Right. He's smooth. He knows the game. He knows his role.
Straight down the lane. Simpson, can he get it to go? No, can't get it to fall. Whistle and a foul. Little problem with the monitor here. I'm sure we'll get that fixed momentarily. That's going to be whistled against Aaron Moore, which should be his 2nd.
You're going to get a lot of subs in here after this whistle. Because now both teams are looking about 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the road, you got tournament action. And I know Mason, speak for Mason, they got a couple tough games left after this. They got Lakota East at home, and they got Winton Woods at home.
Speaking of Winton Woods and Tiger Trail, that's where those two are matching up tonight. Winton Woods is just
they got some athletes again. They're going to win the FAVC again this year, and they're supposed to have a down year, but they have some athletes again. Coach Lumpkin does.
Well, they're 12-0 undefeated, and the two teams that are chasing them on their hind end are this Mason ball club we're watching right here, as well as Anderson. And Mason could have been in the driver's seat, so to speak, in that second position, but as you said, they fell by 10 points to
they fell to that hurt them.
To that Anderson ball club Tuesday night. But I believe it was 61-51 was the final.
Yeah, and I know Mason seniors, they really want Winton Woods, give them a battle here. That's their senior night, their last game of seniors. They haven't beat them for about 4 years, so they want to try to match up with them.
Well, we've got a pause in the action right here, folks. I want to go ahead and run down our cast of characters for you here tonight. On the cameras, we've got Joe Hahn along with Nelson Smith, Russ Ridenauer, and Trey Geeson. Got to see him before the game started. Our graphics man tonight, Ryan Burgess, and our mini main, the director, the producer, the man that's putting this show on for you tonight is Mike Lyons. We'd like to tip our cap. Special thanks to Rod Russell, the AD here at Mason, as well as your wife.
Yep. Kathy Crotty helped out quite a bit up here.
The secretarial astute extraordinaire, Kathy Crotty.
Yeah, she does a lot of things up here. She enjoys it.
She does. She makes my life much more simpler when we come up here.
I know she sleeps tonight better knowing that, David. Thank you.
Mason with the basketball. We're
under 3.5 minutes. They go man-to-man. Amelia finally goes out to man-to-man now.
Too little, too late, if you ask me. But I don't think they had. Might have got away with a walk. And Fawcett comes up with a tough jumper. Can't get it. Oh, stick back.
Matty Owens.
There he is, the man, the myth. Johnny on the spot, Matty Owens. 60-35 is our score right now. Amelia definitely in trouble. Mason just having their way with them here all in the second half, largely due to that spurt. Owens with the basketball. He'll take it in. Left hand can't get it to go. Whistle and a foul. He was looking for that contact the whole time. That's going to be whistled against Jason Gillespie.
Yep. He's looking back.
Yeah, he was the whole time, setting him up to lay it in and draw that contact.
Well, Matty took him about half a year. He had a real bad stress fracture in his foot. And he didn't want to look a little timid on that. He's got to take that up, put that in there.
And this is the first one of two here from the charity stripe. Fares better on that second attempt.
They're going to get him out. It's a good call, get him out.
Well, let me ask you this. 2:44 left in this game, 61-35, Mason on top. Talk to me about your star of the games.
I think you got a couple. It's a story it has. I think obviously Carl Richburg does his thing. He's the engine that makes us go. But I think, quite honestly, I think Billy Harmon kept him in early and late. He's shooting the ball as a threat. And Kevin Fawcett did a great job on the boards the first half, got some points. And actually, Sean Crotty, the second half, on his passing, nothing else but passing.
Well, you stole my thunder right there, because I was going to say it's the little things, as I said earlier in that first half, that don't show up in the box score. And I think those guys don't score those key baskets with three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Amelia, but I got to say, and we'll check in with Dwayne here in just a second, get him potted up and check with him as if we see the block, and it's going to be Amelia basketball. But I got to tell you right now, just because I like the little things that guys do, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, a lot of stuff that doesn't show up, I'm giving my game ball to your son, Crotty. And that's not because he's your boy. It's because I think he played within himself. He settled down in that first half, after that first half, and did what he was supposed to do, accepted his role, and executed it perfectly. Dwayne, I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, Dave, I agree with you. Sean Crotty has been doing a lot of the intangibles tonight. Again, I like Aaron Moore. Aaron Moore played a solid defensive game and got him and just played decent on offense. Took the shots when he had them.
We might as well go. The guys, they all intertwine then, and I'm going to take my man, Mr. Kevin Fawcett. I think he dominated the boards the first half, second half, like right there. He's fired up. And again, these guys are not the stars of the team. Matty Owens and Carl Richburg are, but they accept the roles. But they're the guys, along with Brad Stevens and Justin Burning and Billy Harm, that are going to take this team to the tournament. What I mean, the more they can give Coach Richard, the farther they're going to go in the tournament this year. So maybe we'll get a couple of those guys out. Coach Richards doesn't like to come out and talk after the game, but we'll get a couple of these other guys.
Oh, nice little leaner inside by Stevens. That's his first basket of the night. Pull up jumper on the other end. Can't get it to go.
And we got to say, Dwayne said it, and I've said it too a little bit, but look at the score. I believe, how many points did Amelia have at halftime? 26,
26,
correct?
they scored 10.
They got 10 points the whole second half. I mean, when you give up 10 points to a team that's pretty athletic, I think Coach Kerr, I got to give him credit. I think he got a technical. I won't give him credit on that, the assistant coach, but he does the defense here at Mason. And I'll tell you what, they clamped down on them big time the second half.
Well, Dwayne's got my cheat sheet, but I believe, as far as postseason and the tournament's concerned, I believe Amelia faces Milford in their first game. Dwayne, correct me if I'm wrong. You've got the list. But and I think Mason is going to be playing
Aiken. They're at Oxford.
I didn't have it down as Aiken. I'm going to double check my notes here real quick.
It's a city school. Yeah, it's Aiken.
I'm looking.
You got me confused now. I know. I saw it the other day.
I don't want to say it's Aiken. Dwayne, you got my cheat sheet. Tell me.
If I see it, all I see is that they're seeded 10th.
Versus?
They don't have them versus anybody. Not on the sheet that I have. We got Amelia playing Milford. We see that game.
But, I got it right here. Yep, you're right. Mason versus Aiken, and Milford versus Amelia.
You guys are making me question myself here, man. I ain't that old.
Well, when I give my cheat sheet to Dwayne, I'm stuttering here.
I'm sort of looking around because the first seeded team higher than Mason, if they can beat Aiken, you're looking at a team of Hamilton. They'd be playing Hamilton probably the second round.
Oh, we got a little time here to talk. I want to talk a little bit more about some stuff that's going on in the FAVC.
Good.
As far as boys and girls swimming. Mason captures the championship for as far as that's concerned. FAV Swimmers of the Year for the Buckeye Division. Boys, Jeff Smith of Mason brought home the honors. And it looks like for the girls, it was Sarah Griffiths. And the Coach of the Year, straight here from Mason, that's Mark Sullivan.
Yeah, Mark does a great job. He just came first year. He came from Sycamore, has a really good tradition of swimming. Really's got kids fired up around here about swimming.
And you want to talk about the wrestling. Unfortunately, Mason got outdueled by Harrison in the tournament by a final of 210 to 201.
Right.
Trying to see some other news and notes from the FAVC. Signing letters of intent.
Uh-oh, I got to get a plug in on that one.
The first one I'll give you is Danielle Young is going to Ohio University, and that's for soccer.
Correct. Danielle's a great player. She'll do well at OU. And the second one from the girls soccer team this year, Sarah Gott. Sarah's going to University of Kentucky, be a Wildcat, and she's been a 4-year starter in Mason, and fabulous. She'll do a fabulous job down there at UK.
And there's maybe a personal note of interest.
Personal note, yeah. My son is lucky enough to date her. They've been dating for a few years, and a nice young lady. Should do well at UK. And no, he's not going to UK. So
down there in Tubby Smith land.
Yeah, told her to get me some tickets. 28 seconds left in the game. Again, I think that start, the first minute and a half really took the air out of. The wind out of the sails from Amelia, as Mason just playing well right now. Matt St. Peter from Mason, I think, on a push off.
I believe you've got that right. Just anxious to try to grab a board or something, and gets whistled for the foul.
Yeah, he wants a box score, but it's going to say 2 fouls. No points, 2 fouls.
I don't know if those make the inquiry.
Well. 15 seconds left. I tell you what, though, I've seen all the games here. Amelia a couple years ago, the basketball was down a little bit. I tell you what, I saw their freshmen, their JV beat Mason's JV. Varsity gives effort. The coaching staff at Amelia, I think, is an up and coming. They got a lot of kids are playing a lot. The program's going in the right direction for Amelia. And Mason, Coach Richards goes unnoticed. This is his 12th year, a winning record in a row, and He does a great job here in Mason. I know people really respect what he does here with this program.
Somebody's wanting to fire up a shot. Can they get one away? St. Peter will take one, can't get it to go. And that'll do it here from Mason Arena. Final score, 63-39. The Comets come out on top of the Barons. Go ahead, folks. Reheat some of that pizza, take a potty break, grab another cold one of your favorite choice. Stick around. Dwayne's going to have our stars of the game, and Michael and I will be back to wrap things up here on ICRC.